Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson. Importing products and services, customers, and vendors. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover importing products and services, customers, and vendors into QuickBooks Online. Topics. What's involved in importing lists into QuickBooks Online? Importing a list into QuickBooks Online. Pro Advisor Challenge. Making things simple. QuickBooks Online makes it easy for you and your clients to set up a new product, service, customer, or vendor from scratch. However, some of your clients may already have lists of their products, services, customers, or vendors. It's time-consuming to enter all these items into QuickBooks Online manually, and mistakes can happen when entering data. How can you and QuickBooks Online help? QuickBooks Online has a built-in importing tool that allows you and your clients to import external lists. The tool also makes it easy to map the data to the correct fields in QuickBooks Online. However, clients are likely to need the know-how of an experienced Pro Advisor to configure the data so that it maps to the correct fields in QuickBooks Online. What's involved in importing lists into QuickBooks Online? Importing a list into QuickBooks Online is a straightforward process. The most time-consuming aspect is making sure the list is configured in the correct format before you import it. Select the headings to discover more about importing lists into QuickBooks Online. How do you import a list? You or your clients can import a list from within the relevant center in QuickBooks Online. For example, to import a Products and Services list from the Products and Services Center, select the down arrow next to New, then select Import. You or your clients can also import lists by going to the gear icon and selecting Import Data. Then choose the list type to import. The second method works well if clients want to import several different types of lists into QuickBooks Online, but they can only import one list at a time. Note, the process for importing a list is covered in more detail later in the lesson. What format do lists need to be in? QuickBooks Online can import lists saved as Excel or CSV files. Clients can also connect to a file in Google Sheets. You need to ensure each list is set up or configured in the correct format so that QuickBooks Online can map each item of data to the correct field. How do you know how to configure a list correctly? QuickBooks Online includes a sample file for each list type so that you and your clients know how to format each list before you import it. You or your clients can download the sample file by choosing the relevant list type from the import screen and selecting Download a Sample File. Each sample file is pre-formatted with the column headings that QuickBooks Online needs in order to add the data to the company correctly. Using the sample file saves you or your clients from having to create a new template from scratch. Here is a sample file for the chart of accounts. We recommend downloading and saving the sample file as a template, then copying and pasting your client's customer data into each column. Remember to delete the sample data in each column first. Pay attention to which columns, fields, are included in the template, their names, and their order. Alternatively, you can update your client's existing spreadsheet to match the sample file. Once the list is configured correctly, you or your client can import it into QuickBooks Online. What if the client already has products and services, customers, and/or vendors? Importing a chart of accounts or a customer/vendor list doesn't replace or update existing data in your client's QuickBooks Online company. Instead, it adds new items to the company. However, when importing a products and services list, you or your client can choose to overwrite and update items already in QuickBooks Online. In either case, if QuickBooks Online identifies a name that already exists during the importing process, it prompts you to change the name or clear the box and not import that item. Pro Advisor Tip. You'll find more detail on importing lists into QuickBooks Online in the lessons on exporting lists from QuickBooks Desktop and importing lists into a QuickBooks Online company. Importing a list into QuickBooks Online. Let's look at how you import a list into QuickBooks Online. To demonstrate the procedure, we'll show you how to import a Products and Services list from the Products and Services Center. The procedure is the same for importing a customers or vendors list. Go to the Products and Services tab in the Sales Center. Select the arrow next to New and select Import. Next, select Browse. Find the spreadsheet to be imported and select Open to upload it. Select Next. Check that the column headers in the list are mapped to the correct fields in QuickBooks Online. The column headers in the spreadsheet are referred to as Your Field. Here you may also need to enter any data that's missing from the spreadsheet. Data could be missing because you added a column to the spreadsheet but didn't enter data in the column for every row. When you're ready, select Next. On the next page, select the correct income accounts from the chart of accounts in the Income Account column drop-downs. Once you've done this, select Import. That's it. You're done. Summing up. Learning outcomes. Well done. In this lesson, we covered importing products and services, customers, and vendors into QuickBooks Online. Knowledge recap. If a client has existing lists of their products and services, customers, and/or vendors, QuickBooks Online's built-in importing tool allows you or the client to import these lists into their company. A sample spreadsheet file provided for each list type shows you how to format each correctly so the data maps to the correct fields in QuickBooks Online. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll look at managing the products and services list.